Hello everyone, I'm here on the very first day of the Hearthstone Winter Championships, joined right now by Amnesiac, here for Yahoo Esports. Amnesiac, how was the first day for you?
It was good. I played one match, I won. It was pretty intense. I got up 2-0, had some bad draws in a couple of games, but last matchup was really favored and I pulled it out.
Now some of these guys have gone to a ton of events, they travel, they go to like the Europe stuff, but you, while you've been playing for a long time, this is still one of your first early events. Do you feel really comfortable whenever you're on stage in a match and it's all being broadcast and all that?
I'm still definitely nervous, like it's still all new, but I wouldn't say I get nervous to the point where it affects my play at all, so I think it's fine. I mean, generally I get nervous whenever I compete, and I just equate that to caring. I think you should always get nervous before you compete, it just means you care, so that's fine.
So tomorrow you are playing Nostrum?
Nostrum.
Nostrum? Almost got it right. What do you think of your chances in that match?
Nostrum's a friend of mine. I hung out with him at DC, and I've hung out with him quite a bit here. He's a good guy, he's a good player. I wouldn't put myself as favored or unfavored. He has a similar lineup to a lot of people in the tournament, and I kind of built to beat that, but we'll see. It's Hearthstone, anything could happen. It should be a great match though. Is
it weird for you to play against a friend, or is it just fun? Like, how do you approach that?
It's a new experience. I haven't actually that's not true. In the finals of the prelims, I competed against Kit Kats, and he's a friend of mine. Yeah. And that was kind of, I don't know, it doesn't really cross your mind when you're playing, you're just really focused. So I think it'll be about the same as playing against someone who I maybe didn't know.
Now I know we were talking before this, you weren't able to make it out to that kind of like early preview of the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion, but since that got unveiled today, have you seen any of that stuff, or have you looked at it?
I've seen a little bit. I heard about the 10 mana legendary that benefits from playing a bunch of cards and all that, and I'm interested to see where they're going, given that they revealed a card like that. Because that could be a one-off type thing, or that could be like the theme of the set. So I'm really excited. I mean, new content's always good. Yeah. And I'm just really looking forward to the formats coming out and the expansion hitting.
Yeah, I mean, I know everybody has talked to death like the format changes, but if you would bear with me, and I'd love to know your opinion on how that whole switch is happening from your perspective.
I really like it. I think it's a really smart move on Blizzard's end. Change is always good, especially in a card game, because you just never want things getting stale. And I think a big part of why they introduced it like this was it's just much more accessible for early players now. Yeah. Like, there's less expansions to get. Like, for me, I'm a free-to-play player, but I've been playing since the beginning, so I've just gotten the expansions as they go. And I look back, and if I were to say try and get an EU account, there's a lot of ground to cover. Right. So they're eliminating almost a year of just sheer cards that you'd have to get. So it's a lot more feasible to play as like a casual player and just accumulate gold from playing like arena or daily quests, and you can still get the cards you want and eventually maybe compete at the level, like the highest level.
I know a lot of people were kind of hoping for a very quick turnaround on the release date, especially after the adventure. Obviously, we're hearing this won't be out for quite some time. What was your reaction to that? Are you worried about the next month feeling stale at all?
Nah. I mean, the game, you can make the game fun for yourself if you want. Like, if you just want to have fun, that's super easy in this game. I mean, it'll come when it comes. It'll come. I mean, it's good that it's not just being rushed out, I think, because I imagine they'll do a really good job, given that they're waiting maybe longer than the community expected. I mean, waiting's good. All good things come in time.
This is our first interview, but obviously whenever I was looking up stuff about you and learning a little bit about your background, the big title thing for you is I am a 15-year-old Hearthstone player. I think that's probably what everyone asks you about, and what everything you learn about. What is rather than talking directly about your age and how you manage that, because I'm sure that's already been covered so much, for you, how does it feel to have this be like such a central focus of your identity within the scene?
It's really amusing to me. I mean, it would be the thing that people would latch onto, I guess. It's a pretty obvious defining characteristic, but I don't know, no one ever talks about how I practice with a lot of top pros, and I've gotten rank 1 legend 18 different times, or that stuff doesn't come up as much as the fact that I'm just 15 years old and that I got contracted to Archon. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's a nice meme.
Yeah, nice meme, and that's what esports is,
yeah,
just nice memes, yeah. Do you feel like because there's so much conversation around your age that it almost becomes this weird thing where people are kind of counting you out or disregarding some of your achievements, and maybe they don't believe you're as strong as you are, or as good of a player?
I don't really think that's true. I think maybe subconsciously people a little bit when the first thing they think of is, oh, he's 15, not, oh, he did this and that and he built this meta-defining deck, or he did this, or he finished rank 1 on ladder or whatever. But I mean, I don't really want the first thing people to think of to just be that I'm a good player. Like, I kind of want to have some sort of story, so I think it's probably a good thing that people immediately jump to some sort of conclusion that's not just about the game.
Yeah. Now, we were talking again before the interview, and you mentioned that not only are you playing Hearthstone, not only do you obviously have the school stuff, but you also actually participate in like sports activities, correct?
Sure.
So, well, first off, what do you play or what do you do?
I play tennis and basketball.
Okay.
I used to play soccer. That's not really attainable when you're trying to play professional games in school.
Yeah. So well, you say it's not very obtainable, but you're also doing all this other stuff. How do you keep this all balanced together in your life without dropping grades or dropping your performance on Hearthstone or dropping your performance on the court or whatever?
Well, that's the beautiful thing about Hearthstone. If I were to take a week break from the game and come back, I would probably need to play like 10 games before I felt like I was right back where I was. Obviously, I didn't improve in that span of time, but that's fine. I don't always have to constantly be trying to up my game, especially since I'm not a full-time professional player. Yeah. So if I ever need to, like say I have finals week, then I'm just not going to play Hearthstone for a week, and that's totally acceptable in my eyes. Or if I have a tennis tournament, I'm not going to skip tennis practice just because I really want to play Hearthstone. Maybe I need to play Hearthstone, but it can wait.
Yeah. So it kind of balances itself out.
Yeah, exactly.
You. Now, kind of wrapping stuff up, I do want to point out, so we have Raynad just off of camera over there. Raynad, the type of person who can get that sick streaming money by just streaming so much. Is there ever a time for you when you look at some of the other Hearthstone personalities and you're like, wow, I wish that I could just go into streaming and spend a lot of time streaming and playing that way?
No, I like having options. I like being a part-time player. I can still play at a pretty high level. I don't see any reason to go all in.
Very good. Is there anything that you would like to say to any of your fans or any of the people watching you through this tournament?
Sure. I really appreciate everyone who supports me and everyone who says the nice things on Twitter and everything like that. I really appreciate my parents who take me to all these events. It's really cool of them to, even though they don't really know much about the scene, they're really supportive of me, and they let me kind of live out this childhood dream of mine.
I mean, childhood dream still in your teenage years, so you're ahead of the game, I think, right now. Anyway, thank you so much for the interview, Amnesiac. Yeah. Really appreciate it. Best of luck through the rest of the tournament. For everyone else, this is Yahoo Esports.